everybody. This is Dr. Willie Jolley.
And this is Dee.
We are grateful that you are part of our community. I am grateful for all of you.
Share us with some other people.
Yes, tell us.
Need to hear some of these challenges.
Send this out to some of the folks who need to know about what we're doing. So my wife got an interesting letter that
email
she shared with us, and hey, Mark Stevens, and it was so profound. I said, we got to share this one. So why don't you tell people about this letter, email, whatever, but however it came to you, it is a doozy.
You always say that.
It's a doozy. This one doozy.
That's because
I usually have the answers to everything in my consult and my counseling.
Like your thoughts.
But this one.
I don't think there is one answer, but
no, there's
I feel
a bunch
bad.
of answers.
Okay. It says, hi, I am a 36-year-old woman, married for 7 years. So some summaries. She's been married for 7 years. And she says it was a marriage of convenience. A marriage of convenience.
Marriage of convenience.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
We met online, and since we were both looking for a life partner and everything seemed compatible, we got married with our parents' consent within a year of meeting. It was only after we started living together that we discovered each other's traits. She calls them traits, which wasn't very easy for us to accept. We are very alike on the surface, but are completely different personalities. Now I thought to myself, I don't think we're different personalities.
Yeah.
How we are hardwired, I think. All right, because this is anonymous, right? Since marriage is about adjustment and compromise, I did everything, changed many habits to fit myself into a life now I have gotten myself into. However, despite several years, I still do not feel emotionally connected to my husband, which is one of the reasons why I never enjoyed sex. That's bad. That means intimacy. Sex and intimacy are two different things. That means the intimacy is not there. He is a very emotionally closed and inexpressive person, and I know that it's useless to want someone to change his core personality. Okay, I have an issue with it. Put a pin in that. Something I didn't realize before we were married. I seem to have lost part of myself trying to adjust to this life, but there has been a current development that makes me very scared. I am pregnant.
Oh, ouch.
And expecting our first child. I am so worried to bring a child to an emotionally deprived atmosphere. I know that there is no going back. But what am I supposed to do to adjust to a future like this? I am depressed and I'm scared. Please do not ask me to have a word with my husband, because that's going to will not bear any results. Please tell me what I should do. So she said, don't ask her to have a word with her husband, because it won't change his behavior. And what should she do? Wow, I feel bad. Okay, I read it. Now, what do you think, Willie? Dr. Willie Jolley. With a psychology and sociology degree.
Well, first of all, to the lady who sent that, we want to say thank you for sending it. We're encouraging people to send us the letters. They will remain just as hers is anonymous. So no one will know it but you and us that you sent it. Second, I want to thank you for that. And then I want to let you know that I am grateful that you are open to share honestly. Moses, out there from Moses, does he know that she is with child? I don't know. It doesn't say in the letter.
It doesn't say.
So let's assume that he does know. My thought is she's afraid that that she has this. She's pregnant now with this child and he is emotionally closed or not warm and fuzzy. And she's afraid or concerned that she would be bringing, that's one of her things she said, bringing a baby into this kind of environment. You know what? Thank God that the baby got two parents who probably will both love the baby, okay? Even if he's emotionally closed, he might warm up to a child, So, and if he doesn't, at least you can love the baby. So be grateful for that. Now, second thing is, what about the fact you said that the sex is not good, okay? Sex is not good. Well, there are a number of things here that...
Well, she says, I'm not emotionally connected to him, which is one of the reasons why I never enjoyed having sex.
No. So we say in the book, chapter number 1, friends first, that the number one secret to a happy, successful relationship, marriage, is that you're really good friends. That's number 1.
So how do you get that?
All right. So what do you do if you're already in there?
Scared.
Yeah. So
she's pregnant. You don't know, but hormones and things are different when you're pregnant, and you want time and attention. And maybe he has never done that. I'm assuming when she says emotionally.
So I told y'all I spoke for this men's conference on Saturday, and I talked about the book.
And I was the hired help.
But you were good, cute looking. They've been married 7 years, Moses. Yes, how long have you been married? So I said to the men, listen carefully. Often men don't know. They've never been told. Their fathers didn't know to tell them, or their grandfathers, or their uncles.
Or they didn't have one.
Women need intimacy and security, and they need it supersized. Intimacy is not sex. It can lead to sex, but intimacy is that warm feeling they get on the inside that warms them up and gets them to be interested in making that love relationship even better and making love to their spouse. So women need intimacy.
Okay, we talked about that before.
Yeah,
wait, no, I was saying when you say intimacy, I think that some people don't know what that is.
Okay, so intimacy.
So for some, intimacy and sex are the same thing.
That's not. So they think, but they're wrong.
With you.
Okay,
I agree. I'm just saying we need to explain.
So I'm saying intimacy is not sex. Sex is a physical act of two people having a coitus. Is the word coitus?
That's your PhD stuff.
I was the string of the jungle. No, I'm the thinker, not the one with the brain who got a brain. Scarecrow. Anyway, all right. So that is a physical act. But intimacy is an emotional perspective. And it's a feeling, it's a warmth, it's a glow. And so you've got to be working. And I told the gentleman, if you want some at night, you need to start working on it in the morning. I take D coffee sometimes in the morning.
Sometimes it's not wanting to get it at night. It's just, I appreciate you. I like being with you.
Yes.
I want to be close to you.
Yes.
So it's not always about, I'm just doing it because I intend to get laid at night.
Well, that's a woman's perspective versus a man's perspective. Now, I told you, man and women are different. Women, it's intimacy. I want to be close to you. A man saying,
are you saying all the time when you're close to me, it's because you are planning on getting laid later on in the, huh?
Wow. Well, I'm going to be honest. I got plans. Okay, so that's what.
Nice when you are tender and kind.
I'll be tender and kind and thoughtful.
No,
I bring you the coffee. I bring you a smoothie. I went and got your tire fixed yesterday.
You did. That was major. I had 2 nails.
I went and got it fixed, paid for it. Everything. I didn't want you riding around. I did everything I could think of. And so that was part of the process. Now, gentlemen, You've got to supersize it, though. It can't just be small. It's got to be big. And then security. Women need security. I got one guy, I keep saying it to him. Your wife needs security. She needs it big and bold because she insecure for whatever reason. What is the line Cheryl told us about? They're bag carriers, they come with
ladies.
Bag ladies, because they bring their bag with them. Woo! So
stuff, that means stuff from their past.
Yes, so they've had issues in the past, and we've known some who had daddy issues, or all sorts of things. So they got this baggage, this luggage, this issue they're bringing with them. You got to go overboard, overboard, to make them feel secure. Make them feel secure and find out what their trigger is. I know with her, it's financial. Okay, she wants this house paid off. After years of saying, no, we don't want to pay it off because of the financial planner says don't pay it off because we get better tax. Then last year she said, oh, I don't like that idea anymore. That's done. She fired him and said, we're paying this thing off. Well, now we're in the process of paying it off. We got a goal. We set a goal when we're going to pay it off, as well as, we don't have any car notes. We don't have any debt other than the car. Am I right?
We don't have the car note. What
I mean, other than the house. We don't have any debt other than the house. So now that I know that I set the goal, we're gonna get it on. Now that said, that's her security. That's her security. She don't have to worry about me running around. Okay, I'm not gonna run around because I'm scared. I'm scared.
I wouldn't look good in stripes.
You wouldn't look good in stripes, and I wouldn't look good with being a bobbit. Y'all knew who Bobbit was, don't you?
Some might not.
It was gone. Okay. So, all right. So, what is their thing that they make them secure? Okay. So that's first of all. So what do we recommend for this woman? So many. It's so tangled. First of all, she got married because of convenience. She said, I was online and I looking for.
They met online.
And what was she looking for? She was looking.
I don't.
Well, what does it say in that first paragraph? I'm 36 years old.
Both looking
married for
a life partner, and everything seemed almost compatible.
All right, so they looking for a life partner. Everything seemed compatible or almost. They said, we'll give it a shot, okay?
I wonder if they had
premarital counseling.
Woo! I'm excited. You're saying everything right. Premarital counseling, because it lets you see if the tail falls out.
Also, what do you do when life happens, when you have a problem? That's where the real stuff comes. So where how you survive the tough moments. Okay.
All right. So they might not have had this. So now
they didn't have that. Probably didn't have that. And then she gets in it, and he's emotionally closed. That means that he's not able to.
Maybe he's not effusive.
He's not effusive, not passionate. Because I'm passionate about her.
Yes, dear. Okay. Let's keep going. How do we help?
Okay, so here's what we say to you. Friends first. In the book, in the chapter about friends first, we give you tips on how to develop the friendship. Befriend your spouse after you're in the marriage. Mm-hmm. How to create a friendship after the fact. Okay, you didn't say I do, but you weren't friends.
And then you got a baby on the way, so.
Well, that makes it even more complicated. But being able to create the friendship post-haste and then develop that, and we got tips on how to do that. Second, she said, I feel stuck now because I'm pregnant. Well, praise God for the baby. You didn't plan that, but, now the baby's on the way. And so we got that happening. And so the baby's going to be here. And
that's a new generation.
Next generation. And y'all decide, okay, we're going to make this work. Okay, we're going to make this work. And a lot of folks make it work with children when they weren't planned. Okay, so, and most say, how can you be attracted to each other if these emotions were there? With the closed-in emotions, how can you be? She's not attracted to him. She's not attracted. But if she can befriend him and they can develop the friendship, then they can start to have better communication.
Maybe there was an excitement. See, we don't know.
Well, the excitement was they were looking for.
They were looking for a mate, and it seemed to be compatibility.
Yep, that's our grandson calling. We'll call him back.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There seemed to be compatibility. So now I'm in it, and I discovered that I haven't known him long enough for the foxtail to fall out.
Okay, now the next thing is, what do you do? Here's a couple of things that we recommend. One of the things you do is...
I said this to you earlier today. I said she has to get counseling. Doesn't matter
by herself.
Yes, it does not matter if your spouse does not want to go. You need counseling.
Okay, I agree with that. Second thing,
to get peace of mind, calm down, and ideas on how to handle your mate.
Yeah.
She might not have had. I mean, it doesn't say if she's a professional woman and she has to learn the code switch. You know, she's saying, I have adjusted. I've made all of these adjustments, and it's still not enough for him to be warm and loving. So she needs outside advice. And she needs to find some mentors. We're mentors. We're not marriage counsel, we're mentors. Mentors like us, maybe in their church, in their community, and their family, who he maybe needs to see a loving, passionate man. He might not have had that, as you said minutes ago, in his life. So if you've never had a loving relationship that she's in need of, you've never seen it, you don't know how to do it.
Right. If you don't have
a mentor, someone that you can walk alongside who is doing the things or seems to be doing the things, and have that conversation. Or, well, how do you handle
I talked to these gentlemen. They stood in line, didn't they? They stood in line at our table, and they would say things like, what do you do? And I'd say, hey, one, you got to read the book. You got to get 2 copies. Get 2 copies of the book. We recommend that because that's where the power is. And each of you read chapter 1 and then discuss it. Then chapter 2, then y'all discuss it.
Well, that's because of the questions
at the end of
each chapter, because your answers are very different. And then you exchange information.
That's right. And so many have said it was transformational. Willie Larkin just asked a question. Do people who wait late in life to get married become impatient and rush into marriage without the proper foundation for the long haul? Absolutely, Willie. That's what happens. They get impatient. The clock is ticking. Or we got a young man who I know who said, I want to have children and I don't want to be an old dad. And so he's now looking at, I want to get this on, but I got to do it because my parents would want me to have a child married. So I got to find me a wife real quick. So yeah, they get impatient, and people get impatient, and they want a green card, or who knows why people get married. But if they're not married for friends first, and then second, long haul, it's a decision. It's a decision. Love is an emotion. Marriage is a decision.
So
you decide.
You need to go through premarital class. It's kind of like how Pastor said, you don't know if it's a man, or, you need to check the credit score. I mean, that's not, but you need to check the credit score. You need to get a copy of the health thing, just all of that. Right.
Now, Sharisha said, I can relate to not wanting to be an old mom, but let me tell you, my mother was...
I was an old mom.
My mom was an old mom. You were almost an old mom. You were 38. I'm sorry. But my mother was 40 or 41 when my brother was born. He was born 19 months before me, and I was born, she was 42, I believe. So
she was 42, 43.
Yeah. And she lived life full to the end, 87, and still when I say I'm traveling to New Orleans to give a speech, she said, I want to go. I want to go. I love gumbo. Let's go. She wouldn't she? Yeah. I mean, wherever we would go, she said, I want to go. And we would go. So don't worry about that, Sharice. Make sure you find the right person. Don't be rushed into it. And that's why Willie Larkin is saying that. And let's see, Elizabeth Price says, I can relate with the desire to have children, but waiting for the right person is key. It's critical. It's critical because, look, I would say this to my son, William. Of all the decisions you make in life, the most important decision you will ever make in your life, except the decision to accept Jesus as Lord and Savior of your life and to have a relationship, the next most important decision is who you marry. But that person gonna be responsible for 90% of your misery or 90% of your joy. So choose well. Take your time.
You're hitched.
You're hitched.
Their credit score becomes your credit
score.
score.
Your credit score, their loans, their issues, their debt becomes your debt. Okay. Say love is a decision. Well, love is a decision. You have to choose to love your mate every single day. I like that. But I think love is more an emotion that you make the decision to love your mate every day. Okay, so love is an emotion. By that I mean emotions change. Sometimes you got to make that decision or that choice. I agree with that, but it's a choice that drives that. Versus some days you're happy, some days you're sad. What did my guest on Excellent this week, Jewel Diamond Taylor, said there are three major emotions: mad, sad, or glad.
Oh,
those are your three emotions. And love is an emotion, and you're glad about being happy and married, and you're happy to be in love. But love, and now Moses said love is an action. And you're right, it is an action, it's a verb, just like faith. Faith is this week I talked about on my daily show. Faith. Oh, well, I hope y'all all are on my newsletter so you get my daily 1-minute message. You can get that at WJWow.
I think the QR code.
Yeah, I know, but WJWow. WOW.com. WJ, somebody put that in the chat. WJWow.com. And everybody put that in the chat.
WJWow.com.
You get to sign, you get some goodies, some free goodies, but you also audios and videos and ebooks and so forth. But you also get to be signed up for my newsletter. Okay.
So you get access to.
Now, Elizabeth also said you also know the family you're marrying too, because you married that family. Okay. And thank God I married the best. I got the best in-laws in the world. I love my mother-in-law. I love my father-in-law. I love my brother-in-law. He crazy as can be. Country, God Almighty. And so
we were both blessed.
Yeah, we were blessed. So, okay. WJ, wow. Thank you, Moses. Okay. So look, folks. Where is Terrence tonight? He's not here. I'm surprised. All right. So look, folks, we are last 2 minutes. Okay. You want to say whatever you got to say. You had something. Oh, 988. You want to.
I'm simply saying that if you're feeling alone, you're depressed, and plus you're pregnant on top of that, and you're not feeling the love from your mate, you can always call that 988, that new crisis mental health hotline, because you need to be able to talk to somebody who is sympathetic, empathetic, or who is a listening ear and who will ask the right questions and will be able to offer the right words.
Amen.
Okay.
Jarrod Birch said, and I think it's important to have both Christian therapy and secular therapy for marriage. And we believe that, look, therapy is critically important, and we recommend it highly. Now, remember, we recommend you go get 2 copies of the marriage book, read it together. One guy today called me and said, I'm going to use that as part of my premarital training program, and then I'm also going to take the class, but I think I can get a lot from your book. Absolutely. Gary, my man, thank you. He joined us at the men's conference. My man. Thank you, Willie. He said, y'all get better every week. Keep it up. Thank y'all. We're so grateful for all of you who have made this such a popular show around the world. Do us a favor. Continue to share with your friends, your family members. Say, you got to tune in.
You can get a little bit of insight that you can share with someone else. I think it's, if I were not married and I listened into some of the issues, that would give me insight into, is that? Because when you look at television, it seems like it's all, unless, was it 90-day bride or, but it's not real.
You're the cutest little thing.
Thank you, dear.
You're so cute.
It's not real.
She's cute as can be.
So we work at it.
So I love her. Hey, look, folks, share with your spouse. If you are having trouble, remember the Relationship Repair Series is a great program that deals with communication issues, financial issues, sexual issues, family matters, and blended family. And the bonus session is the 11 biggest mistakes that people make in marriage.
And Jasmine says, I agree. premarital counseling is a must, no matter how old you are.
Praise the Lord.
Yes,
Yep.
because the older you are, I think the more you are set in your ways. That's old-fashioned.
Set in your ways, girl. Set in your ways.
And you have to decide, is this behavior a deal breaker?
That's right. That's
or
right.
Can I simply live with it?
Right.
And some things you have to say.
Can't live with that. If the sex was bad, it'd be hard for me to live here. I tell you. But thank God, thank God, thank God. Woo! Hasha. Anyway,
having a sense of humor is everything.
Sherry Elliott said you're beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside.
I
agree with you, Sherry. She really is. All right, tough as nails, though. She tough. Don't mess with me. Don't be messing with me. Somebody mess with me, you're going to get a fight because she is on it like white on rice. She'll be on it.
I love my family.
All right, love y'all. Look, our time is up. Remember what we said. Our speaker symposium is this Friday and Saturday. We still have, I think, 1 or 2 seats left.
Because it's small. It's
small.
actually in our office.
Yeah, so if you're interested, it's $49.97, $4,997. But you also get the throw-in of the You Can Speak Now speaker basics. We throw that in. That's $150, $125. We think you want to see that before you come to that. So you can go to jollyrichspeaking.com, jollyrichspeaking.com. If you just want to get your feet wet, go to youcanspeaknow.com, youcanspeaknow.com. Our goaling is williejolly.com/goaling. Goal, GOALING. My wife made
$20 whole dollars.
$20 whole dollars. And then last but not least is we are going to have, so many people ask, when y'all gonna have this marriage seminar? We're going to have it. Just continue to send us your notes and say, I'm interested.
It's going to be 2023.
Yeah, every 2023. Yeah, it'll be 20.
Too much.
We got too much. We booked up. I mean, we booked up. I'm speaking tomorrow in North Carolina. We're on our way to North Carolina. I'm doing the Cirillo's annual camp meeting. We're taping it on Wednesday. And this is
because they're preparing for
2023.
Like
I'm a feature speaker for that.
Second quarter.
And we got one thing after another. So we are hustling. If you want me to come speak for your organization, either virtually or live, contact our office at 202-723-8863 or just go to winwithwillie.com, winwithwillie.com. And a shout out to all the folks at Carver Bank in Harlem, where I spoke last Thursday. Had a great time with everybody at Carver Bank. We had a ball. So thank you. Hey, look, love y'all. God bless you. And remember, your best is yet to come. This is Dr. Willie Jolley.
This is D. Taylor-Jolley.
And we out. Jolly out. Let's go out with our music from my jazz album. Here we go.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.